And what that meant was if you were fired upon, you had to call back to headquarters before, or you were supposed to call back to headquarters before you could return fire. And you can't, if you're going to deal with war, you can't fight a war with one hand tied behind your back. And it, well, you had to feel into that strategically. We would be placed in the area if you had a battle, firefight with the enemy. You deal with the enemy, call in to headquarters what the body count was, and then they bring the helicopters in, take you out, and put you in another area. So it was never a sense of accomplishment. So what were you doing? And basically every soldier, their concern was, I made it another day. When is it my turn to leave? Okay, I leave, then it's somebody else's problem. So it was that kind of strategy that I think helped to destroy what we were trying to do in Vietnam. And the politicians had a lot to do with that kind of strategy. With bombings, the enemy, we would deal with the enemy, they'd hit us, run back across the border. And you couldn't do anything about it until President Nixon authorized the invasion of Cambodia to get to the supply sanctuaries and those kinds of things, the base camps where the NVA were, and to be able to destroy that. And then, of course, he authorized the bombing of North Vietnam to attempt to get them to the peace table. So, to answer your question, militarily it was mismanaged, and politically I believe it was mismanaged.
During the late 60s, early 70s, you said that you could just walk right into the Con Ed building and get a job. How did this change during the mid 70s to late 70s?
Okay, one of the things that happened, you could, an employee who, let's say, was a union employee, you could work your